Liberian president speaks good English. What?
Did you not see Trump chat to the Liberian president recently? No. That was funny. Like the man went to see him in the not Oval. Is it the Oval Office they call it? I'm pretty sure the White House is called the Oval Office.
Yeah. No.
And he was just chatting about getting deals sorted out. I don't know specifics of which deal, but after he started chatting to the man, Trump was just like, "Where did you learn how to speak English?" What? Like,
so he just came out with it.
Yeah, literally up. Why did you learn how to speak English?
And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity. Well, thank you. It's such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
You speak English so well. Where did you learn? And he goes, in Liberia. And if Trump knew his history, Liberia was colonized by British. God knows how long. So the national language is probably English. You get me? So everybody in the country has to learn how to speak English.
Well,
we're live, we're live.
Yeah, cool.
That's funny.
Cool.
Can you hear me though?
Is the levels alright? Yeah.
Darky's maybe a bit crazy.
Mine?
Yeah, because he's whispering.
Mine?
At the top.
Mine? Everyone at home.
Push the
thing away, so?
No. Look at your mic itself. Just push the black thing onto it.
The sponge.
The sponge.
All right, this one?
Yeah. That
okay.
helps pick up
Just
better sound, innit?
All right.
Is the door shut as well?
Yeah, that seems a bit
Yeah,
better
door
now.
shut.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome back to Uncommon Sense Podcast. I'm going to be eating this for a little bit so these man can...
Welcome back.
These people can entertain you for a little piece.
What's going on, people?
Yeah?
How we doing?
Good,
Hope you well.
good.
You know what I'm saying? I've got a couple of questions for you. I've actually got a question for you, but I'll wait for the table in it. But I'll wait for
You and Dark can talk about it.
No, I'll bring that question a little bit later on, and I'll bring that question a little later on because I actually want to get insights and be able to be present with that one as well. Because it's like something I was thinking about. I was sitting and pondering on it when I was meditating earlier.
I will be no good to no one without food at the moment.
I don't know what you said, but yeah, cool.
If I don't get this, if I don't eat this for a bit, I won't be no.
Oh, them ones there. I hear it still. That was me.
This food was damn good. That's what
But boy, hey Ducky, you ain't been here for a little while. Notice anything going on in the world recently? Anything interesting worth talking about? Anything else that comes to mind?
A lot of flash flooding all over the gaff is funny. Sorry, stuff that you've talked about.
No, in general. I was just in the world and all the rest.
Where on earth is that funny?
Yeah, go on. Talk about the flash flood.
No, just flash flooding, isn't it? Just it's happening all over the place.
Bill Gates told us about.
Huh?
Bill Gates warned us.
Oh, what did he? What did he say?
Man. He said we got to drop the population by like 4 billion.
Nah, he knew that was going to happen anyways, isn't it? We're going through a shift right now, so things are moving and they're getting more increasingly so. And I don't know if you know, Russia, they let out in their news that there's a planetary body within our solar system that is 4 times the size of Earth.
Yes.
And then obviously USA has started to block out all kind of anything coming over from Russia but Western in general. Of course.
Wait, what? Say that.
Yeah.
So there's a planetary body that is within our solar system that is traveling through, that is 4 times the size of Earth, and that's why so the human resonance has been going crazy for hours anyways, obviously, but that's mainly through from the sun and everything coming through, but obviously that's passing through, that's affecting that. Also, our tectonic plates are moving more and more. That's why there's constant earthquakes. This is why Japan has also put up, we're going to have the major one coming soon, because as this comes through, it's pushing against our pole, and our pole's shifting, and obviously once it then goes past a certain point, our pole's going to then ping back, and that's what's going to cause a little bit of a shift. So that's why these floods and all this stuff is happening more and more, more
It's just natural stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's
That's
all
what I'm
natural.
saying.
The problem is that where we've set our cities or the main bodies of people and all the rest of it is just where
Not a problem.
in the wrong places, just in the worst places. It's not a problem for us because we're actually quite fortunate.
I'm not talking about it's not even the problem. It's just nature doing its thing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but the problem is like we actually know of these cycles and society's known of these cycles, but what we've gone and done is put the cities in places of which are going to be affected by these cycles. That's why these floods are having such a detrimental effect to so many peoples and
Bill
so many
Gates
lives.
told you.
Because like we put the cities and these towns
4 billion
in
people got to go.
very, very stupid places, but like you said, 4 million people's got to go. It was never accidental why they put these things here.
Never.
These places,
Never is.
First places. Like it was
like a madness, you know.
yeah, I hear it still. But
It's
yeah,
warm, though. It's warm.
so it's
Hot in it.
bro, well, England used to be a tropical country and we used
How
to
long ago?
I don't know the exact number, so I won't say
Oh, okay,
because
cool.
but it used to be like,
plucking it out of nowhere.
there's even things like We used to find like lion remnants and bones and all the rest of it inside the English soils and so forth. And when that came about, it was like, what? England used to have lions over here. Oh, it must have just been from captivity and all the rest of it. And it used to be tropical climate, and it's no longer a tropical climate. And then we're going back to that, which is why we're seeing the summer of what we've seen of this year, or the sun that we've seen of this year. We started from what, like March?
Global warming, fam.
Yeah.
Dimming the sun out, man.
And using all the oil that is polluting the earth. And although that's like a fuel that we have infinite source of, but you
think we got infinite amount of oil?
Yes, we have.
No, fam.
Yes, we have. Yeah, it's not always in the same place. Sometimes you have to move where you're getting it from, but that doesn't mean that it's running out. It just means that it ran out in that space.
In that space.
In that space, and some places have less or more.
Yeah, to be fair, we might just not be able to find the oil anyway.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, unfortunately.
Like you're saying, it might be just there's plenty of it, but you can't find it, so we might as well not be there.
Also, no, it's not even just that. It's with having when if they give us a facade of like, oh yeah, it's not infinite, then obviously the technology that we've created is around. Obviously, a lot of oil is like being the main thing, one of our main sources for a long time, technology wise. So then what it allows them to do is then charge us for that access to that stuff. So they can do a premium rate, they can increase rates and all the rest of it at any given moment they want. They can create a facade or a fake situation that shows up that then makes it seem like there's a shortage of oil, such as like when we look at COVID sort of times, Russia are no longer providing oil over across to the west as much and blah 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 blah. That then it goes, oil prices going up. Like they can do things like that, which then allows them to manipulate markets and so forth, which they've been doing, continue doing. That
was set up during New Year colonialism times.
Yeah.
I know that too, but I've been doing too much research on that.
Okay.
Way too much. So obviously, if people don't know, the petrodollar is what basically the currency of which oil is traded in and bought and sold in at the moment is US dollars, but it's not been renewed with the Saudi Arabians and other people, so it's not been renewed. So I don't know necessarily the time of when it's going to run out and the licensing is going to change, but that's not been renewed, and that's a big thing. Because America usually control a lot of people's wealth actually by putting sanctions on them, by saying that you can't trade with this amount of oil or certain produce. And now them not actually being able to sell and buy and sell oil in their currency is going to take a big hit on how much GDP they have.
Yeah, 100%.
Waiting to see that one.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting shift, isn't it? It's going to be an interesting shift. Right, I said a glass bottle of Sprite.
Yeah, bro. The nice thing.
Man said, okay.
So, you know me, I always have the glass bottles of Fanta as well.
Yeah, I know. I just never seen a glass bottle of Sprite. I'm like,
Gotta have them, man. This plastic's rubbish. Whatever's in there.
It tastes different.
Yeah, much different.
Is it nicer?
It's a completely different taste. Completely different. That doesn't taste like
I don't even drink fizzy drink, but that makes me want to try it.
The only two fizzy drinks I drink now is the glass Sprite and Fanta. I know they know technically better for you, but the glass is definitely
at least there's no plastics in it.
Yeah, it's no plastics.
It's a lot better. In that
as he says, as he's eating food out of a plastic Tupperware thing that's just been in the microwave.
Warmed up in the microwave. It's crazy.
I have to be genuine with the people, bro. I'm not out here just trying to say
we're
that
not perfect.
No way.
We're not perfect. We're not perfect.
No way. We've all been indoctrinated for a long time, so it takes a long time to get rid of the brainwashing.
I hear it. That's the word of 2025 though, isn't it?
Indoctrination.
Yeah.
Damn right. See how Cat Williams said truth was last year? This year's indoctrination, bro.
Right.
Yeah, every time I just see people and I'm walking past people and I'm like, raw, it's different levels of indoctrination, but we all are. We've all been through the system, we're all in the system, we've all been through that same education. So it's mad trying to unwrap that, just to throw that in the bin.
Yeah.
Throw that in the bin.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Jesus is not white.
The Huey, fam.
There's been a lot of uproar about that, you know. There's been a lot of
There's no uproar. It's a truth, but there's a lie. There's a lie that you've been feeding us for how long, and then we know the truth. The common sense tells you the truth. The podcast is called Uncommon Sense for a reason, because it ain't here anymore. They're deliberately trying to take away people's common sense and critical thinking just to say, I'll break it down quickly. I think I told you this, may have told you, but they did an experiment in the 70s. Candace Owen put me onto this one. So they put 18 CIA agents in a room, gave them all an envelope. In the envelope, there was a picture of a triangle. Yeah, 17 of them were CIA agents. One of them was a normal guy in there, but they're all in the same room. All 17 agents also were told at the same time of seeing the triangle, they were told to say that it was a square anyway. Even though gonna see a triangle when it comes up on the screen, and the same thing you saw in your envelope, say it's a square. The one person that wasn't a CIA agent saw the same thing, but wasn't told to say it was a square. Yeah. What do you think happened? 17 people, when they came up and saw a triangle on the screen, they said, nah, that's a square. That's a square. So the normal guy that was in there was like, I don't want to stand out. I don't want to stick out and be the sore thumb and be different. The man said it was a square.
I wish they had me in that room.
That's what happens to the majority of people. That is what happens to the majority of people. So the media will say, this is right, this is right, this is right, this is right. I.e., we're talking about Palestine and Gaza in a way. Like, they're just going to say, this is what's the right thing. Israel are the right people to back. And then everybody's just thinking, they're like, hold on a sec, we know that's not right. Common sense tells me that's not right. But if you keep saying that same rubbish, the people will start believing you. 100%. And that's how the media's always worked. That's how it works. It's just whoever shouts the loudest, and it doesn't matter if it's for the longest. Doesn't matter if it's truth or not.
Yeah, they don't business, unfortunately. But
well,
like you said, the people are indoctrinated. All of us are indoctrinated to some level.
To some level, we all are.
Like, what do you have to do then where are you at in that indoctrination level? And what do you then need to do to then actually start uncovering where you're indoctrinated? But it's a lot of unconscious or subconscious programming that comes with that. So you got to actually really look into what influences you've had in your life, what you're paying attention to. Why do you pay attention to it? Like, why do you pay attention to these things? Why is it important to you? Why do you believe in these things? Like, when you start asking those questions, you can start really clocking things. Oh, like, okay, this came from this. Oh, this came from this. Oh, so that didn't even come from me. Oh, so that came from my parents. Why did it come from my parents though? Oh, so that came from here, from my parents. Oh, so should I really continue being that way forward? Like, should I continue acting like that, responding like that, behaving like that? Or should I actually choose my own way of behaving for what actually aligns with who I am as a person, and so forth? And you'll start realizing, oh, actually a lot of the things that you're behaving in, a lot of things you're continuing and doing isn't because
of you,
of yourself. It's actually who you've been made to believe you
had
are.
Nothing to do with you.
Which is scary. It's just scary because, like I said, it's even us to many degrees. It's us as well. Like, it's us as well. Which actually leads me on to my question, because actually it does tie into the thought process that I was having today. Actually, we're moved into the second half of 2025 now. Yeah, obviously a couple of weeks into July. What would you say is a key lesson, or some lessons that you've taken on board from 2025 thus far? Oh. And you'll understand how that connects when I get to my one. But I would like to hear what you two have to say.
Darky, go on, please.
What I've taken on just in general?
Yeah. Well, anything you've learned, anything you've learned, you can be anywhere.
Anywhere.
Why?
I got mine. I got mine.
Go on, yeah. Say your thing. Well, let me have a little.
Democracy is a lie.
Okay.
Democracy is a lie. Okay. They kind of set it up in a way just for a certain demographic of people to benefit. They push their money into the governments, and they don't have to disclose who they are, because there's such things as think tanks, and now know what these are. So big donors are just giving to certain parties, and whoever those parties are, how can you call it a democracy if you've only got a two-party system? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to think, you're lying to us. This word, you got to find another word. The same way I said last week, they use this English language and they don't use it correctly. Because obviously they say democracy, but this is not a democracy, what we're seeing at the end of the day. So we've got to find something else to call it. Yeah.
What's a facade, isn't it?
It's a mad facade.
And that whole two parties is deliberate. It's like man, woman. Like, they put a lot of emphasis on that being the difference. They do it with racists. They do it across the board. You keep seeing
it's two. It's always twos. It comes in twos, isn't it? You got to choose this or this, and if you don't, you're really on the outside. Yeah, you're just the conspiracy brothers. The ones that don't choose
the grey areas.
Yeah, the grey areas. If you don't choose between these trends. What was it? Oh, bro, I wrote it down. It was like,
even in that, bro, there's like a divide. It's either you believe in this or you don't believe in this. So they've even made it a thing there. So it's like a divide and conquer tactic. It's a very, very simple and easy way of just dividing the people and stop them from being unified.
Here we go. I said, most of the world is controlled by trends. You either live out inside the trends, you live outside the trends, you live within the trends, or you create the trends and control the trends. So the people that control and create the trends are usually the ones at the top who can say a lot and do what they want. The people that live inside the trends are the normal everyday people that don't really want to try and stand out and say too much, are just trying to get on with their life. And then you got the ones that living outside the trends, or the conspiracy theory brothers, who are trying to say, look, this is what's happening. And then what was it? People that live inside the trends can become a controller of the trend very easily, a lot easier than a person that is living outside the trend. Yeah, because the people who are controlling the trend would like to pick up people who are inside it already, who are indoctrinated and kind of think their way, to say, yeah, we can bring you up to our level because we don't have to tell you what's right and what's wrong because you already believe what we say. But imagine trying to get someone who's outside of the trend to try and break into that area and demographic. It's near them impossible because you're trying to break their system. So they're just going to alienate you and ostracize you and push you aside.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So that's why I was just having that conversation with my brother Z, to be fair, who I work with. We always having deep conversations. We've got long ass journeys driving up and down the country.
Let's be able to talk, innit?
We have to talk. So
Yeah, that's good though.
I think, yeah, we had to come to a kind of agreement that trends really do run this world.
Question: would you have Z on the podcast? I suppose.
Yeah. Z can come on the pod when he wants to, but he's a busy man. I'm trying to message him now just to sort out some damn work. Where is he? So
He says my day off. Leave me alone.
literally, when it's
up and
Friday, I drop him off at his yard at Friday. That's it. Work done.
done. Yeah, man.
Unless I'm working on the weekend, don't talk to me about no work.
Clocking off.
He'll clock on back on at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can get a hold of him.
Yeah, I hear it still. It's like work and pleasure, innit? Pleasure and work. There's time for something and there's time for that.
I hear it, but that's my part. Yeah, democracy is a lie, and it's more trends than anything. It's not really government. It's follow these things, and that's not a choice really. Following someone or not being able to follow them is not really giving a person the choice to vote for anything. That's what democracy kind of sells. Doesn't matter what it is. The problem, if you bring up a good enough cause, you have a good enough backing, you should be able to kind of sway people to feel how you feel and try to get what that's in. I guess that's what democracy is, isn't it? Doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter about money. That's why I kind of believe socialism mixed with communism, mixed with democracy is the only way things usually work.
But that's because there's a balance there.
Yeah.
Or even like if it was just democracy, there's no balance. It's
Yeah,
just
I'll
communism,
explain what I think afterwards, but let me get dark in because I've been rambling.
No, it's calm. That's all good, man. 100%. I'm hearing that. For me, from my perspective, I feel like I don't know whether we haven't been given too much freedom, but we've got all these platforms and it's almost like we've been given everything and we've got everything, but we don't use it. It's almost like everyone feels it's bait. So when it comes to getting things done properly, joining together and actually making a change, it feels like as a collective, we all kind of, at least in the West anyway, we've held back from that. There's always, and I don't know whether it's because people are not actually collectively together, or they are, or everyone just, maybe the indoctrination, as you're saying today, has worked so well that, because we have the platforms to speak to people and to gather and make things happen. But I don't know whether it's an internal deterrent on everyone's kind of perspective. Because I look at the Kenyans who recently, they were just like, they didn't want the current government. They all got together and they just uprode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like as simple as that. It's very pen to paper. It's very here and now,
Let's do this.
But over in the West, it's very much not that way inclined. There's always kind of litigation and other different things that step in front and then have people just not doing anything, but just complaining still. And it's always about the narrative that is pushed from bullshit. So, for instance, BBC and media, which we all know is a load of crap, but it's all the same depressive rhetoric on constant cycle. So it's just like, I've been trying to think, what's the way past that? What's the way that we can actually make it from pen to paper? Let's go and,
I don't think it's possible in the West.
I do. I think though we have to move back into community-based thinking. So you see how we had segregation? That was meant to be like this amazing thing. I think that actually took away the power of the communities. So I look at, for instance, in Berry Park, we have like a very Asian base. It's like Pakistani, Bangladesh, Indian, these kind of communities of people, right? In Berry Park here in Luton. There's a lot of that environment. Now, I was just down there yesterday and walking through, and they've got people within the council that will then funnel stuff down into the families, that will then funnel stuff into the community. Now, there's something going on in the community right now that they don't want to have. They've got petitions and they've got way more site signatures than they need for the problem, and they're still collecting signatures just to show the council you can't do anything in our community without our say so. So they've got that that pull and that power because they've got a community of people there present, and then they've got people in the necessary positions to funnel the relevant information down to the communities so then they can activate and move. So you can't do anything in that area. The government or the council over in this area cannot do anything in that area without the permission of the people. But it's because they have that community, because they haven't been segregated, because, well, for them, they just they took the area. And I was like, this is ours now. They all moved themselves in and they took it, right?
It used to be ours, you know.
It used to be ours, that's what I'm saying. But
I don't like to say that ours anyway, but we're in a British country. But
yeah, but it was our community though, because it was just West Indian people. And then it was West Indian and Asian community, and then the West Indians got moved and got shifted and went to different parts of the UK or went back home. And then the Asians and the Asian communities came in and was like, oh, okay, cool, you guys are kind great.
Thatcher, actually.
Sorry?
It's Thatcher. When Thatcher dropped the house from prices, a lot of people lost their homes at that time period. A lot of Asians came in and wiped up, just cleaned up. Oh, well, there we go. See? So I didn't realize that. I just thought it was the same way it was. I had that conversation yesterday with my nan.
Oh, okay.
My nan was talking about, we went through some tough times when that woman was in power, and she loves to just talk about how much she hates her.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's fair enough. See, I didn't realize that. I knew there was a war on them, and it was like they was trying to disrupt that community of people because what was coming and what was going on, because they had a lot of power for the West Indian people in that area. So I do think it is possible here in the UK or just in the West in general, for us to have more power. I think that we'd have to then step back into our communities or start creating communities of people and pockets of communities of just the same type of people as such, or coming from the same sort of background. And I say same type of people, I mean like culturally same type of people. And then we can then influence, or those who are from different cultures have to come together. But I don't really see that happening because of the indoctrination of divide and conquer and making us see each other as separate. And not in it when we're all fighting the same fight.
Yeah.
We're all experiencing the same
We're all on the ground. I call
So
people
all
on the ground.
Yeah.
And then there's people up there.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
And we're all experiencing that. So like, because I don't see that happening, I think that would be the best way to go about it. Although I don't see that happening either, but I think that would be like, do you know what I mean? Because then we could actually work in more of harmony. And also you'd have the economy of those people in that area would also have more to give to one another as well. Because like there's a huge problem within the black community, within Luton, for instance, where we just don't have enough money circulating within our communities. And it's because we don't have enough businesses that then allows us to continue circulating the money coming into our pockets, and then there's not enough support, and there's just a lot of problems. So there's like...
It's black people don't want to do the same jobs that do the smaller jobs, like...
the non-sexy jobs.
Yeah, market stall.
Yeah.
Fruit and veg.
Yeah, the non-sexy jobs.
Local clothes shop. Yeah, if you go Berry Park, that's what it is.
Yeah.
There's 10 clothes shop, 10 vegetable shop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something crazy, but it's something that's going to make money for the community. And they got the underworld on lock. I'll leave it at that. You got to have both to be able to make money in this world.
It's like, but we want to make sexy money in it. But that's part of the healing that we need to do in it as a community. So
all right,
stop feeding into that.
So that's what you learned from 2025.
No. I'm running off the back of what you're saying.
So what's your 2025?
I didn't even heard what Darky said. I want to hear what Darky said. Is that what you learned?
Yeah,
from
that was
2025?
That was your thing. That there was this massive kind of block between.
Cool.
That's why I
thought you ran off the back of that as well.
No.
Between rhetoric and action. There's a massive kind of leap between.
Right.
I was like, okay, interesting.
Making sense. For me, it is very simple to move away from an old way of being, but it's very difficult.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So
100%.
It's
Makes
simple.
sense.
The concept of it is very, very simple. So like, for instance, who I am today is who I've been, and who I am today, I may be this person for years, months, days. It doesn't matter. For any length of time, that person, that being has been kind of, that way of being has kind of been perpetuated and lived out for a period of time, right? So stepping away and outside of that way of being can be difficult because there's a lot of habits, there's a lot of things that's being embedded into subconscious. There's all these things that are then that have now been created, and then energetically you're vibrating on that frequency in it. So now that frequency is now being amped up more and more. The longer you're aligned with that frequency, the more that frequency is alive. The larger it is, the more powerful it has, the more hold it has of you as such. If you believe that, allow that. But it also is, let me not get too deep into that. So if you allow that, believe that. So within that, moving away into that new way of being, although the concept is simple, it's like, I just need to be doing these things, and I don't need to be doing these things, and I just need to think like this, and Like doing it, however, and actually acting out on that can be very, very difficult. Especially when like your environment may be against you, because maybe the environment you in may be the same environment that created your old way of being. So now shifting out of that way of being as a person may be very, very difficult. as the environment is constantly triggering you to still be that person that you was.
You know what that word we were just using, isn't it?
Huh?
Indoctrination.
Yeah. So it's like
It's a bad thing.
but the thing is, you
It fixes a lot of stuff.
can even indoctrinate yourself though. So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
100%.
and
It fixes everything.
Yeah.
It fixes a lot of stuff.
so it's like, and there's a sense of like, obviously that old version of yourself only continues existing as long as you continue being that old sense of self. So then like within the subconscious, you don't obviously, we as humans, we don't enjoy change. It's uncomfortable, and part of human nature is to feel a sense of comfort, which is why we have such needs or wants for things like phones, vices, microwaves and so forth. Because although we know these things aren't good for us, it's convenient, so we continue using them, and they're, like you said, vices. So what ends up happening is the subconscious then ends up playing against you and self-sabotaging, and it looks in all these different ways, and then it will hold you back. So it's simple in the sense of like, oh yeah, I just need to do these things and the rest of it, but it can be very difficult. But then there's obviously hacks. So then the thing was like, was kind of internalizing today. It was like, what do I need to do? Something I say to myself very often is like, what do I need to do to set myself up for success to create what I want in this scenario, or maximize the chance of me creating what I want from the scenario? I was kind of like, okay, cool. And it was just like little things like, okay, what can I do within my environment? What can I change and shift within my environment just so like it sets myself up for success or helps me and allows me to not be triggered as often. And obviously like, because obviously you haven't necessarily got the opportunity of, oh, I want to shift and change as a person, I'm going to move yard. like that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. So that means you have to be able to just control the environment and shift things in the environment, mate. So maybe it's time to like move some pictures or reframe the whole room as such, like shift where the sofas are or where your bed lays or wherever it may be. You know what I mean? Making necessary shifts so then it can allow you even little simple things like change ringtones. I change ringtones. If I notice that I'm not waking up to my ringtone in the morning, my alarm, like as like quickly.
I did that. I did that, innit? Well, to be fair, I had to do it because of you as well.
Yeah, I shift it because I'm like
Getting aggro.
Oh, swear. I hear it. So I
David
shift
Goggins every morning.
Oh, swear down. Is that what you waking up to?
Who's gonna carry the boat?
Who's gonna carry the boat? I am.
Every morning, man.
Is that what you're waking up to? That
Every
exactly
morning.
one?
Yes.
Every morning,
bro.
That's true.
Who's gonna carry the boat?
Yeah, it was a mix-up thing, innit? Because he had a few different ones in it. It started off with the one when he was like, the one that I mocked Isaiah with, remember?
What one?
I realised I was being a bitch.
I was being a bit. Yeah.
It's not gender specific. It's mindset.
It's a mindset.
Yeah, that one. I had that one, and then it merges into carrying the boats if you have it long enough. But most of the time I turn it off by then. But then she used to get on to me.
Okay.
So now it's more peaceful.
Yeah. So I'd even I shift it. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh, I'm not waking up to this. I've got comfortable and used to this. All right, now time for me to shift it. So then now it's a new noise in my bedroom. And it's like, what is that?
Freshens up the area.
Yeah. Freshen up my mind. Like, what is that? Like my brain's like, what is that? Why am I hearing that noise? And it's like, oh, it's my alarm. Okay, cool. Lock off. I mean, just there's very, very small, simple things that we can do to help ourselves step out of that old way of being, and that we can use. There's little tools and techniques, and yeah, everyone has to find their own little ones because they have their own problems in it. Like the problems that I have. Some people wake up 5 a.m. no problem every single day. They don't even need an alarm. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like if you're an individual. You changing your alarm does jack doo for your day. Like does absolutely nothing. So that's I mean, so people are. Whereas for me, that's like that will help me when I feel that sense of comfortability. But there's things that they're comfortable with right now that's holding them back, stopping them from actually moving forward. So it's like, for me, it was like that realization that it's simple that it comes out, because I used to beat myself up about it. I don't know about yourselves, but I used to beat myself up about it when I'm like, I know what to do to shift, but I'm not doing those things to shift. And I'm like, I'm looking at myself poorly and looking down at myself, and I'm losing respect for myself because of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you nod your head.
Yeah, 100%.
I've never been there.
Yeah, because I'm not, because like I'm a person who needs to see growth and development. So if I'm not seeing growth and development, and I know what I need to do to create that growth and development, I'm now looking at myself sideways for not actually doing it. I'm like, right, so you're a bitch.
Very critical. Very self-critical.
Yeah.
If you don't get the results,
Yeah.
then you're straight on your own self. You're like,
Yeah, I'm a boss. I'm a boss.
That's a crazy statement.
Yeah, pause.
But I know exactly where you're coming from.
Nick can't be on his own, of course.
I was wondering, is that a why? I was trying to think about
That's
you.
what I'm saying. He can't even be on his own house no more. He can't hold himself accountable. Shit.
Damn.
But That's wild. Most of you called yourself a bitch.
Yeah, bro, I'm looking at myself a bitch. I'm like, oh, so you a bitch today?
Right.
So what you gotta do to fix that?
I thought that was an American mindset.
Nah.
Them man do them things to themselves, man.
Oh, so
I
what
just
do you
feel
mean?
like I just feel like when I see them man talk to themselves and like how they like to talk to each other, coaching and all that, they go into all that. You a bitch, man. Or you ain't cut out for this. You ain't a dog.
I hear it still.
Yeah, but we don't really do
That's
that
me.
over here, innit?
I do.
Yeah, but you did.
I can't. That's our group, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Like,
feel
like the brother. The
I can react
brothers.
to it.
Yeah.
The brothers.
I can react to it, but I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do in my head.
Nah, but for us, the brothers, yeah, how us lot operated, it was we was calling each other bitch for everything.
Yeah, true. If you
Bro.
want to scratch your standard,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
it, bro.
Also, you're a bitch. So,
You know what I'm saying? If you can't make a small little change like that, so you're a bitch.
Oh, so you're
It's
a
like,
bitch.
nah, I ain't no bitch, bro. I'm
no
gonna make the
bitch.
change. What's this?
oh, you ain't trying to try. You ain't even gonna try to do that. Oh, so you're a bitch.
Bro, they
Yeah,
don't-
bro, we was-
it's mad. They don't resonate with me, but I guess I didn't grow up with you, man.
Like that. Yeah. Because
It wouldn't resonate with me. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
just saying words.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're just talking, bro. Like, what is this meant to do? Like, okay, then let's do something together. Like, stop talking about bitches and stuff like that. Let's just sort this.
Yeah, but like you said, it's a mindset in it. So we're like, so you got the mindset of a bitch, and we're like, what?
But that
so that
doesn't
means you've got the
resonate.
mindset. Because let me break it down. So that to us then is
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know
so
what you
you're
mean.
weak.
I know exactly what you
So
mean.
you're soft. So that means you can't handle shit. So that means within our group, you're about to become the victim.
Right.
so that means group chats, you're gonna be bullied. When we see you, you're gonna be bullied.
I know what you mean. I know.
You may start. You may even just get rushed just for the sake of it.
Yeah, we held you in too high of a standing in our group, and now you're gonna show us low
lower than that.
abilities.
Yeah, you man moving like Americans. bro. Moving like the slave trade, man.
So you a bitch. We gonna beat the bitch out of you.
That's
man.
right.
That's plantation shit there. That's generational trauma coming out through your genes straight up.
I hear it. Well, we grew past that. Innit? We don't just rush each other for that no more.
Good.
Yeah, okay.
But the self-talk does still live within because I'm like, I won't allow that to perpetuate. But it's useful. It's very, very useful because when I find myself slipping, that talk then is like, whoa. So there's still now, there's a balance now. There's like, I still give myself grace and still like, I give room to be a human. But then it's also like, fix up when you need to fix up. Like, fix up, look sharp in it because
Yeah.
you're not patterning, you're not sorting out what you need to sort out. And it ain't good. And also what it meant is like, with me personally, my self-esteem was kind of based off of myself, but also like, you know how everyone says they don't care about what other people think and say? Bullshit. Bullshit. You see a little kid with the meme where he's like, bullshit. I'll send it to you. So you can put that right
No, but
there.
I'm saying, I agree with that because I've not really been affected by how people say things to me for years.
Maybe not what people say to you, but you still care about what other people think about you. And the reason I say that, that's guaranteed.
No, you're right because it's only a certain demographic of people I care about, friends
See?
and family.
And that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, you're right.
So because of that, like I didn't care about what other people, like because of that scenario, those situations that I grew up in with the brothers and all the rest of it, it was like those outside of the circles, I don't care what you lot think.
Yeah.
But you don't think wrong with me. That's a problem, innit? So it's like, it was very, very like, it helped install like the opinions that matter are the opinions that were close. The opinions that didn't matter because I was like, the you lot's opinions don't matter because you lot are soft in my eyes. Like, if you lot came into my group, you lot would not survive. So your opinions mean nothing to me. Whereas you lot's opinions, very, very close friends, family, you lot's opinions matter dearly to me. So it created a sense of like, because we all care about someone's opinion, innit? We all do. Because we're community animals.
That's it.
It's within our being. It's who we are like as people. Like it is. We all care, which is why we do certain things, which is why trends exist, why all these things exist. So it matters. But that kind of helped install that into me. You had it from your mum, innit? And like your nan, I'm assuming.
Whole family.
Whole family.
We just don't care about what people have to say for themselves. Like, if I don't know you, one thing that stuck with me for years. My dad said, if you're never going to see that person ever in your life again, most likely, why do you even bothered? And that sticks with me every day when I have road rage. Say if I'm working at work and I'm working alongside a person, but I know after I finish this site, I'm never going to see this person again, most likely in my life. So I could be vexed for now, and then I think to myself, bro, relax, bro. When you come off this job in about 4 or 5 hours time, this man, you will never cross paths with this person again. There's no point being annoyed. And I use that every day for most things when people piss me off. But if I have to see you on a regular basis, that's when things are a bit different. But usually just the circles that I'm 30 now, nearly 30, the circles that we have now are so catered to where I like to be moving in life that I'm not gonna get irritated by the people that I'm putting myself around anymore. That's a young man business thing. When you're trying to fit in certain groups and trying to fit in with people, you don't know who you're chilling with, and you're trying to just not be who you are around certain people just to fit in. We're past that. Trying to find yourself. We're past all that. Yes. If you're not really good energy around me, come on, man. I'm moving on, man.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that no more.
Question then, what does it mean to have good energy around you?
Common sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a given for me. If you don't have common sense around me, we're not really going too far from there. It's already over. Morals, yeah, we have, and priorities. Your priorities have to be in check.
Okay.
Yeah, and obviously we have a few friends that priorities in check is not sorted out in their life right now. So, but yeah,
Work in progress.
work in progress.
We will have our.
But the other two, common sense and morals, that is a given, and I know that's for all of us.
Yeah, 100%. Without a doubt.
Is there any others that you have that we like that includes with good energy?
So no negativity, and I mean like obsessive negativity, where they always see the bad in everything. So yeah, when I get around people like that, I'm like, there's something going on here. You're definitely feeding off. You like this negative, so you're always going to bring attention to it. Do you know what I'm saying? So as soon as I feel like, I'm like, all right, I don't have anything to discuss with you. Regardless of what I discuss, you go and find the bad thing and be like, and then you're going to point. I'm like, what that kind of.
I just think that people are bored, man. You got nothing best to. Your life's too easy. But that's another
Some
thing.
of them aren't the case.
No. I know what you said.
Okay.
But it's another thing my nan put into me, innit? Like, it's mad. She goes, the life's too easy. If they got time to sit there and worry about such things, they got other things to really worry about.
Right.
That's what I was like. But it's not the case always.
Do you know? I actually found out that's actually it's in them cellularly. Like the negativity is actually there. So basically, your cells obviously reproduce, right?
Right, of course.
And when you are, let's just say, for instance, you have like a certain amount of cells for like joyful, like joy. You have a certain amount of cells for like negativity stuff. You have a certain amount of things for misery. A certain amount for happiness, excitement, blah blah, whatever. The more, if you're focused on just the negativity and all the rest of it, when they reproduce, you'll have less cells for joy, happiness, and blah blah reproduced, but more for negativity. So then what happens is actually within their nervous system that cellularly is in their nervous system to be focused and attached to the negativity. So breaking that cycle is like so
It is a sickness.
I'm about to say that. Thank you. It's genuinely a sickness.
No.
So then that's why negativity loves company.
Right.
Misery loves company.
Nah, misery, but negativity in general loves it. Like it thrives off it. That's why they focus on it. They perpetuate it. It needs it. It's like to survive and thrive. Keep that over there. Keep that over there. So yeah. It's just fully agree with that one.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't be hyper focused. Anything else?
What? There's a negative person around me. Anything else that I'd attribute to that?
To good energy, or having good energy is around to you, or what that kind of
having good energy to me.
Yeah.
Oh, having good energy to me as well. I feel like just someone who reasons a little bit more, kind of sees the aspects of everything. Like from
Common sense.
right, that's there, as you just said. That's
Fits
it.
a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
Fits a lot of things. If you just have if you have like a 65 to 80% common sense and above, I'm good. 65 and above, I'm good.
Correct.
You can't have 50-50. That's the people. That's what majority of people are, bro. You too much on the fence. Choose a side, even if it's negative or positive. Choose a side. I mean, man, I got to see where you're coming from. I have to know who you are, because that's what they play on a lot of the fact that people don't want to be like, oh, I'm this or that. So you won't do anything and you just vote what usually the masses are voting for, and then they've got two sets of votes. They've got the masses and the people on the fence. Man, either be negative or positive, man. Okay. Vote for Trump or vote for Kamala. That's what it was.
I hear. I think for me, something that equates to like having good energy is a huge one for me. It's authenticity. Authenticity is very, very important, because if you're not true to yourself and you're not true to how you operate and all the rest of it, I don't know who you are, and I can't then keep you around, because I can't trust you to be who you are, because I don't know who you are. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's like, I need that around, like that. If you're missing that, you can be like morally correct. You can have principles, you can have common sense. But if you don't know who you are, you're very easily influenced and can shift and change very, very quickly and easily. And that's scary to me, because that means you can flip to the other side and do something that I would see as something that's out of character, but it's actually within character, because you lack authenticity and a sense of self. So I think that's a dangerous person to keep around in circle.
Don't really have them around me, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have that around.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
We're 30 now, bro.
Yeah.
30.
But even I haven't had that around me for a very, very
long time.
Yeah. I can't remember a time where I've had that. That's why I've kept
School, innit?
everybody.
I think school was the last time I had that.
I didn't have that in school because like I messed with who I messed with, and those the people that knew who they were, innit?
The UMs, they don't
it's
really
sweet.
know who they are.
And no one really knows
Got
who they
new
are. at those
abbreviations
ages.
for people. If I start using them on the pod, people will just know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, like I didn't even know who. Like we all started to figure it out, but there's a level of sense of self that you did have at those kind of ages. Like you know, you're into this or that or whatever. Like, or you're unapologetically with certain things. Like I didn't care about like that. I liked anime and these things in school. I wasn't, because I just wasn't weird about it.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I was an athlete. I was focused on being an athlete, but I also like dance and I also like acting. I also like this, and I lived that. Like it was no secret to anybody. And then those who gravitated and like to me and messed with that did. And like a lot of the time, like when that happened is, I look back and I'm like, a lot of people respected. Like there's a lot of people who I never would have thought that would have been interested into like dance and the rest of it. Maybe not even like on a like they're gonna dance themselves, but just interested in like just watching it. I was shocked at how many people was actually interested in watching. I remember in like IT and stuff, I'll be sitting there like watching dance videos and stuff, and like other kids like come up, I want to watch it and prove it and da. And like,
They probably like it inadvertently, but they're too afraid to stand up on their own 2 feet and say they like it. Now you're doing it.
It's
I can
like,
do this.
oh cool, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, although like some of those kids I wouldn't have chilled with and all the rest of it, but like just me being my authentic self in that moment, like just not caring or whatever, how other people kind of perceive it and all the rest of it, kind of allowed me to like see how it would bring out the best in that from others, or bring out their like a more authentic version of themselves.
Of them.
And so forth. Yeah. So I think like, and I just saw that like, I had to keep them at afar because I didn't know if they was going to switch up on me, because like I saw that you'd have a kid like, all right, why do you care about that stuff? And then that same kid that was watching it in IT with me be like, yeah, why do you care about that stuff? I'm there like, bro,
You were just there watching
with
it.
me talking about how late this is last night. You went home and watched videos because of the IT lesson the day before. What are we talking about?
No,
So I see, and so I just keep them I would keep them at a distance. So to me, they weren't even in circle. Like I wasn't really around them. Like
It's like mob mentality, innit?
Yeah, that mob mentality, like you're saying again. Like kind of just perpetuate. So I didn't really keep them close. Like I didn't really have that. And luckily,
The UMs, bro.
brotherhood.
The UMs in my school didn't understand.
UMs.
Yeah, UMs.
What's a UM?
yeah, I need to know what UM is too.
We're MPs.
MPs.
Motherfucking pimps.
I can. We can break it down to. You can break it down to. There's MMs and MWs. That's our demographic of people. Yeah. And then there's UMWs and UMMs. Do you want me to break it down?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You gotta have to, because you got me scratching my head.
MWs and MMs, melanated men, melanated women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
UMWs, unmelanated
Yeah, I already know.
women.
I already know.
UMM, unmelanated men. Yeah. So that's how we're doing it now. Because this black white business was of nonsense they put into society, and it's just nonsense. Bro, I look at myself now every time I hear it, like, you're a black man. I'm like, yeah, I guess so, but.
I don't really feel like
I'm like, nah, bro, this is too much now. It's really getting on my nerves. It really gets on my nerves. Every day I hear it.
I hear it. Man could put his hand on the
really-
sofa right now and be in camouflage.
Yeah. I'm like, no, this is brown. You
I'm a
would call
black
the
man.
sofa brown though, wouldn't you? Yeah. But I'm black all of a sudden. It's crazy work. What's up, El? Oh, no, don't worry. What was they were knocking the door? Is it?
Kids.
You should have opened the door. They should have opened the door straight up, man. Next thing, just open it up. I'm like, hello, come inside. No.
But the kids screaming, run away.
What?
Hey, no. What was I saying? Yeah. So that's the new abbreviations I'm gonna be going by, because it's the truth. This is just a straight up truth, man. And you'll be hurt by it. What do you mean I'm melanated? You burning in the sun? Right? Okay, all right. We're moving on from that. That's all I care about. Do you burn in the sun or do you not? And sometimes, fortunately, some people with melanin may burn in the sun too.
Most of the time that's from dehydration and poor diet.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So we don't burn in the
Dehydration
sun.
and poor diet. That's actually why.
Eat
Like,
correct fruit, veg, and drink water, and you won't burn in the sun.
yeah.
And you won't be called a UMW or UMA.
Hydrogenated water though, not tap water.
Yeah.
You want it to have the right mineral content in the water. It should be alive.
Because at the end of the day, they were calling us blacks. Then before that, they were calling us Negroes. And then before that, we were just people. So just people.
No, it was Moors
How
as well.
things have
You forget about
progressed.
Moors.
But they called us Moors. They just
Moors.
we were actually just called Moors across the world.
Yeah,
or we
so
just
it
called
was-
people
It
still.
was Moors. It was the
Okay,
Moors.
cool.
So the Moors are the group of people.
I know who they are. I know exactly who they are. But I'm saying the demographic of what they call us now, a demographic is black.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
But it's crazy because you'll get
Even
white.
though it sounds
they'll
is
be like,
crazy.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. Say black. I'm like, oh.
Look at us. I'm like,
That's what reality is. It's meant to make you feel that way. It's meant to.
that's true.
It annoyed me yesterday because it goes, what are you? Are you black, white? And then it starts to go into Asian, South American, North American. Why is that? They get the demographic of where they are in the world, the country, but we're down to a color. You know what this is about. It's deliberate. So we've got to stop this. So for me, I'm calling myself a melanated man from now on. That's what it is. I won't be out here every 2 seconds. I'm black man. I'll be like, no, I'm melanated. In my head, I'm just going to be able to just read.
You're reprogramming it in your head.
Reprogram
It's
it in
like,
my
you're gonna
head.
hear him like, I'm melanated.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
melanated,
not going to be
melanated.
black. It sounds horrible, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. It sounds so nasty now, man. Now I'm just trying to rewire the brain. That's my rant done.
Undo the indoctrination.
What? Western media, bro. Western media is a dark thing, bro. It's mad.
That is black.
Yeah, that's black.
that's it.
That's black. And the fact that you call black Twitter as well. God dear, bro. We're happy to no. Melanated Twitter. Sounds so better. So much better.
Because it's interesting that we even associate like something as bad as dark.
That's dark.
Like you just said it, it's dark. We mean in bad. But like dark actually isn't bad. But how we use the terminology
Yeah,
around
man.
dark is actually like
So
it's a
annoying,
bad
man.
and a
It's
poor
so
thing.
annoying. Like I
And it's
just
something to look down on, frown upon, be scared of, run away from. But,
that's
you know,
one thing I would love that we could do numbers right now, man. Say, oh yeah, remember to like, subscribe, all them things, comment, share. We forget to say it a lot, to be fair, because we're not really like one of those people that just have to plug.
don't care.
But we need to do it. We need to do it.
Sometimes.
It helps. So
It helps.
please do so.
Anything else you want to chat about?
in particular,
There was one thing that I was going to pick up because Darky's here this week. I wanted to say it last time.
go on.
Well, I'll read exactly how it said it. Is the Western world devoid of nature? Reliance on modern meds has made us mentally weak and physically weakened, physically weakened the average body. I was in the hospital the other day and a woman had a minor TIA, which is like a minor stroke. Yeah, she couldn't see, but still her top priority was her dogs at home and how they were doing. Yes. I think the world is finished. I was just happened to be sitting in the hospital when I wrote all this, innit? Because I was just like, there's so many people in here that we've got not many really issues and not really reasons to be in here, but at a drop of a dime, they're trying to get inside the hospital and get meds pumped into them, innit? And my nan pissed me off because she did that the other week as well. That's why I was in there. But this woman is obviously, she had a minor stroke, which is completely different. But for her, for top priority to be the dogs, I was thinking, this is your priorities. I'm mash up woman. So I was just in the mode and I just said that. But Darky has told me before the Western world is devoid of nature. So where do you think we're going? The fact that we are devoid of nature.
Can I first ask a question before you dive into where we think we're going? What does that mean?
Devoid of nature. Well, no other entity destroys nature to perpetuate itself. So like, no ants don't mash up trees and all other stuff or anything that they need to try and survive off of it. We're devoid of nature, so they take away from nature. They separate everything from nature. When you're naturally stepping on the floor, you're getting charged from it. You get, I think it's negative ions because you're
Yes.
mainly positive.
Yes.
Negative, yeah. So what they do is they put pavement down. Now you're separated from it. All right. So now you're separated from it. You're not actually connected to things. Like for instance, animals, they know when certain things are going to happen just naturally. They go the same things. So when like an earthquake or whatever happened, the animals are bugging out. No one else knows, but we would naturally be connected. We're devoid of it. We've taken trees and everything around us. We've broken it down and we're going to use it for this. And we've done it in a way that is limited. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've taken these limited resources and we're going to take it and we're going to use it for main things that we need. And that's stupid. You could grow hemp and do everything. And I'm just saying, just the hemp plant. It doesn't need to be no marijuana.
I had a conversation in the barbecue yesterday. It's exactly the same thing.
Right.
With Ira. Exactly the same conversation that you just said there because we were talking about plastic and stuff and everyone eating stuff out of plastic. And
hemp.
I said, we could just use hemp and just sort it all out. But we know that it doesn't sell, man. We have to sell meds. That's what I was trying to say. The medication has to be sold.
That's what it is. It's a perpetuating destructive society. But I guess that's how it's made, isn't it? So they're destroying and taking us away from what we are and then putting us in this little bubble. They do it when they go and see indigenous people as well. They're like, oh, you're living with nature. No. We're going to set this up for you now. You got to integrate into us. Yeah. And was like, if not, we're going to just kill you. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's,
you got to have democracy.
You have to, you have to come
they come and bring a democratic government over there. You can vote. You can do this and do that, but with democracy, it also brings a health system, and with that health system, we can now put our medication into there, and then it's crazy, crazy work.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by devoid of nature in that sense.
Cool. So
even over here in the West, sorry, go.
As you were saying, just running off the back of Fabian's, what his question was where do you think it's now going? Then sorry,
where do I think it's now going?
Down the toilet, man. It's going bad. It's getting worse.
We're already there. So it's already bad. It's already as bad as it can get, and it's only. But I feel that's also why this whole thing with nature's going. I think like we've disrespected the earth so much, we've done so much damage. The earth was like hurricane, bitch. You know what I'm saying? He did all the mashing up my skies, nigga. Storm. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I think it would do anyway.
What a tsunami. You know what I'm saying?
We are not strong enough, in my belief. I don't think we're strong enough as human beings to be having such a huge effect on the earth to damage it in a way that it's the earth itself is going to be irreparable. We will damage it in a way that we won't be able to live on the earth.
Yes.
That's what it is really, and that's what people are not getting to grips with. Like, oh, we're global warming, we're destroying the earth. You ain't destroying nothing.
No,
Trust
I
me,
feel
you ain't
like there's a
destroying
truth
nothing.
in that though. I feel like we have got to the point where we could destroy the earth and for other people and for other things as well. Like when they dropped the 2 bombs on
the nukes and stuff like that.
They almost fucked shit up on a different scale. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
other things had to come in and hold things in place whilst that shit was going on.
Literally, just miraculously, sorry, was mashing up the
Because an atomic bomb is they remove. I think it's a proton.
Yes.
And it's just, you've got your electron and your neutron.
Yes.
And you have a certain amount of that. And what that does is they drop that, and what those
multiplies
neutrons...
and multiplies.
Yeah, that neutron and electron, they look for another proton and strip it. And then that one gets stripped, and that strips, and that's perpetuating.
And that's why they had to release the second one to stop it anyway.
No, they released the second one because they're idiots. And then what actually happened was other entities and beings per se, it'll probably come out when it
eventually when
they had to come in and stop that. They had to stop and control that. And that's why even now when they're saying nuclear bombs, there's not going to be any more nukes. All nukes have been disabled, but they will threat the war. They've got their big bombs, but not to that degree where it affects other beings as well. For instance,
on the outside of Earth,
on the outside and within, other things are affected by that madness as well. So that's what I'm saying. The people who have been in power, what they like to think is power, who are just mainly destructive, it's now time for them to go, pretty much. And this is why we're going to see, especially over these next coming years, a massive change in just different things that will happen.
Africa is the biggest change that we need to see for a lot of this to actually come to fruition. Like to just be able to stop the mineral theft over there. And this is what I'm saying, this Western world devoid of nature, all these things you won't be able to do. You stop the minerals from coming out of Congo. You can't build your phone so quickly and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you stop the minerals coming out of Burkina Faso and diamonds coming out of these places in Tanzania. A lot of these things cannot be built in the Western world anymore. And then things will be disrupted, and therefore you're going to have to go back to what we knew beforehand. You can't just keep pumping, like, how do I put it? Propaganda. That's it. We can't keep pumping propaganda into the people's minds and telling them what's not true. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what do you think the West is? So what you're saying is basically the West is no longer no longer exist.
Well, we're seeing the collapse of it right now. It's just collapsing, as all other empires.
They do, innit? They come and go.
They come and go. This one's just been incredibly destructive, on all fronts. It's just like people's psyche, physically. Everything. All
figured
fronts has
out-
been destructed.
They figured out a lot of shit in this time, boy. They were like, yeah, we've got so many different fronts that we can control these men on.
Right.
Before it was just fear.
Yeah, it's because they ran off the back of the Romans and what they did, though, innit?
Right,
It's
yeah.
like they saw what they did, so they saw what information they
The
took from the
Romans,
Comets.
didn't go anywhere. They're still here now.
Well, that's what we're living in it. But I mean, like they ran off the back of that like era of things. So like
People believe like that empire fell, they turned into the back.
yeah, well that's that's why we say when in Rome. We are in Rome. We are in Rome. So it's like obviously they took the information of the Kemetic people, saw what they was doing, it's like saw how they worked in harmony and reverse engineered it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then used the religion as the basis to be able to go to other places and push it quickly.
Yeah, and then
Push it quick. It was a good way to be able to just get people on your side. Close your eyes. They opened their eyes again. The land was gone. But you got to close your eyes and pray. Remember.
Head down now.
Head down and pray. Raised that head and looked up and everything was gone. It's gone. Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Your chains were on them arms as well. We're like, oh shit.
No, what I can do is pray. You know, put me in a position where what I can do is pray.
Please take these chains off.
Ankles tied as well. I'm stuck on my knees. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
Jesus ain't white.
So I do think, obviously, like you said, there is the collapse of the West is what we're experiencing and seeing right now. So there's not going to be a space or place for the West because we're moving away. I think what it's kind of doing. I think that's where the place of AI is actually coming into, because obviously they know once something dies, it has to then
Be replaced with something else.
and also when something's dying, it doesn't want to die.
Of course.
It fights for survival.
That's Trump.
Holding on.
So it holds on. So it's like, what can we do now to then continue allowing us to live, because we're not going to be able to live within this physical
Tariffs.
Yeah. So no, AI. So when you're able to then shift and you're able to create a separate sense of consciousness and a fake sense of consciousness, you're able to then step into that. That cycle can continue being perpetuated within certain small societies and small pockets. So what do I mean by that? So you see how like they've already started doing the neuron links and so forth, and you're able to tap in and put your consciousness inside neuron link. Now, anyone who's seen Altered Carbon, you can see where that's the early stages of something like that, where you're able to download your consciousness, which is pretty much just the energy and the information that's stored in that energy, and put onto a chip per se.
There was a guy on Joe Rogan
yeah,
like a year and a half ago. I'll have to find this. I'm just going to say a guy because
You don't
Lord
know his
knows I
name.
can't remember this
Cool.
man's name. He was saying we're only about 5 or 6 years away from doing that anyway.
Yeah, see? So they've been mixing around, experimenting with it and all
To
the
know
rest of it.
to know the ins and outs, to say if it's actually genuine, I will look for that. But just don't take my word on it.
Yeah, so I think that's it's their kind of them holding on and trying to continue their cycle of life and allowing them to continue being able to operate and move forward, because really and truly, what do you actually need AI for when you're living in harmony with nature? It has no place.
You don't unless it assists.
Yeah, you can use it to assist.
can use it to
I reckon you
assist.
still use it to assist.
Such as, go and explain.
Just like I reckon it will get to a place where you'll be able to make new equations up for scientific basis that you couldn't figure out by just doing it with your human brain, because it's pumping out so many equations all at once that you would take time to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Also,
So you can work alongside
how
it.
quick. Yeah, it could work. It'll make things quicker. And
Yeah,
all
it makes
that.
things quicker.
Yeah. But then that's not even AI. Then that's an automated system. And that's different to AI. So like an automated system is something where you put a load of equations in. And you're like, I need you to hurry up and get through that, so I don't have to. That's an automated system. Whereas like AI is where it's actually got the necessary intelligence, and it's artificial intelligence, where you've taken a consciousness and shifted it and transferred it to somewhere else. So now it's artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? See how that's
The typical English language, though, innit? It's an English language thing again, as I
That's-
always say.
and that's
they
what I'm
just
saying.
throw anything in front of that what AI.
Yeah.
And that's meant to mean what we assume to be, which is an automated
It's an
system,
automated
really.
system.
But it's not artificial intelligence.
right.
It just sounds so much better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's why I say I don't think AI really, when you're in harmony and operating alongside nature, there's no real need and want for AI, because when you've actually got intelligence, what do I need? And you've got access to source, which gives you an infinite source of intelligence. Why do you need to then step into an artificial version of that intelligence? It doesn't make sense. You're not going to need to use that, because you're along and working in alongside and harmony with the powers of which actually allow you to operate and continue moving, perpetuating forward. So you don't need that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like the automated systems, 100%, Those automated systems are always going to be needed. Like you said, they will make things convenient and easier and allow us to not do certain tasks and all the rest of it, and accelerate our process and our intelligence and our growth.
So do you think robots are artificial intelligence then? So like, say if we had like T-21s walking around, you know what T-21 is?
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that's still automated system?
That's an automated system. That's been programmed to be able to do those things.
But then it thinking for itself eventually would become artificial intelligence?
That is an automated system. It's been programmed to think a particular way.
No, if it began to think for itself, I'm saying,
If it starts thinking for itself,
would that become artificial intelligence?
then that would become artificial intelligence. But how could something that's been programmed to think a particular way think for itself?
That's what Terminator was all about.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm
it's
just,
now developed its own way of
yeah.
thinking and outside of it.
Yeah.
So they communicate outside of the realms of like if you put AIs together and all the rest of it, they start communicating on their own languages and all the rest of it, right? But that's within the systems that's allowed it to do that.
yeah, I get all that is in itself. I was just going on movie sci-fi. Imagine if it did randomly start to think for itself.
actually
Would you
think
call
for
that artificial?
But then I'm like, how can it, like, the thing that allows us to think for ourselves, is also we're able to pull thoughts
Sentient
from nothing.
feeling, innit?
Right.
Yeah.
So we're able to pull thoughts from literal nothing, which is source, right? So it's like we can pull information from source. That thing is then created from something. Where is it pulling thoughts?
All right, let me go on Marvel before we'll wrap it up on this because I'm a nerd too. Ultron, yeah, same way it was created, just exactly how you said it was created in a way just to think in these parameters. Just what happened is what it now downloaded onto the internet, and then its subconscious was made up from the internet.
But it wasn't his subconscious. It's consciously thinking through all the information that's been gathered.
Yeah, but that's enough to think like a human being. That's more than enough.
No, but it's still not pulling thoughts from nothing.
No. I'm not saying it has to. I didn't say it did.
Okay.
I'm not saying it did. But imagine instead of pulling sources from nothing, it's pulling sources from the internet.
Yeah.
That would be more than enough to take over this world.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
That's what
See, I'm
Ultron
not,
happened,
yeah, 100%. So I'm not saying like those things can't exist and can't happen, all the rest of it. But I'm saying that's not AI. Then that's not.
No. I don't. It doesn't have to be. I'm just thinking in my head, an automated system could get somewhere eventually to still
100%.
mass up just the whole.
Oh
world.
yeah, without a doubt,
Yeah.
without a doubt, and we're seeing the dangers of that right now in society and all the rest of it. We're seeing that now because like, if for instance, an AI was wanting to let off an atomic bomb, it doesn't have the same problems that we have.
No, it doesn't have to breathe this air.
It doesn't have the previous air, it doesn't have the issues, and also it hasn't been warned or given the same parameters that we've been given. So it's like, oh, it could choose to do such a thing, and we then have to deal with the consequences of such thing because we're the ones who created that thing that then created that problem. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like all those those dangers all exist. Like I'm not saying they don't exist, but I'm just saying it's not AI because to be intelligent, you're able to pull from nothing.
I understand exactly what you're coming from.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I just think the internet is enough for it to pull from to still mess us up.
That's the problem from someone. So I'm like, that's not automated. So I'm like, yeah, that is 100% available and it is possible. Like, yeah.
That's what that's the biggest problem that we probably have to date now.
Yeah, that we have to be concerned
That
and
we have
worry
to constantly
about.
concerned about because there will be an eventual automated system that thinks not thinks, but can start just pulling from the internet at will rather than us telling it to pull from the internet.
But I mean,
is what we're doing right now with ChatGPT, Gemini, and stuff like that. When that starts to be like, okay, I'm just gonna come up with the answers myself without people prompting me to do it.
Yeah.
Mad thing.
Yeah.
Is that not a consciousness then that we've created, as opposed to artificial intelligence? We're saying, is that not its own consciousness?
It's on a certain level. It is.
On
I don't think
lesser level.
it's
not
conscious could be
direct.
split into different categories. It could be a human consciousness, and then it could be a mechanical artificial consciousness,
And
which is the internet. Could
That's
be
what I would call it. I'd think I'd call it an artificial consciousness rather than an intelligence. Do you know what I mean?
We could change it up. It's AC now. Yeah?
Yeah.
AC now. Told you the abbreviation episode. That's what it's abbreviations.
Yeah.
But is that everything this week?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, easy.
There's always plenty of stuff to chat about, but
Well,
it's hot in here, bro. I need the door
day,
open,
Nice
bro.
and warm.
I'm loving it. I can't lie, this English weather's beautiful right now.
It
man.
is banging. I can't lie. I'm not complaining about it, but working in it, just a bit
I hear
working
it.
in it is just
You're still climatizing, getting used to it. You'll get used to it. It's cool. I'm
you
great.
don't ever get used to being down a manhole in 30-degree heat.
I hate that.
You don't know it. Don't you dare tell me about
Nah,
mine.
you're strong, bro. You're acclimatized.
Yeah, I'm good, but
You're
but when you have to be down there, but the only good thing is, say if it's like a huge chamber, like, and it's like you shouldn't be really down there. But if it's 3 meters, actually, I'm gonna do a little thing before we finish. Actually, on drainage, because the world needs to know, and well, England needs to know as well. We are the reason why we're polluting our rivers. We are the main reason why our drinking water is bad. It's not necessarily just the government. The government, yes, put things in place to make us continue polluting it. But we are, because we do not understand where drains go and what lines go to which places, we're the main reasons why we have issues with drinking waters, and the levels of pollutants in our drinking waters is going up. And keeping us uneducated is one way I reckon they keep it this way. So let me, what was it I was saying before that? Backtrack, manhole. So if I was to go down a chamber that's like 4 to 5 meters deep, it is cool down there, because obviously the lines are huge, innit? So I'm getting, the rivers are probably rushing somewhere down these far areas, and it's creating a wind, and it's breezy down there. So the gullies and the grates that you see on the sides of the road, every single one of them on a road throughout this country, on a normal road, goes to a river. So if you're now washing your car, or I have a restaurant, or you're doing a barbecue, or you're doing something, and you go out on the road and now pour all the contents in that bucket or whatever it is into a gully on the road, you're basically just pouring it straight into a river.
May I ask a question? Does that include, like, let's say I pour something down my kitchen sink?
No, I'm going to explain. This is road gullies. This is car parks. This is places in town centres. When you're walking in town centres, any of those gullies, they're going to your closest river. You throw fag butts down there. You're throwing vapes down there. You're putting rubbish down there. You're throwing anything. It's going to your closest river. So you and us and everybody here, we're doing that. That is the main reason why we're polluting our rivers. Now, I don't know if it's the same in America, but I assume it probably is the same over there and most Western countries. You were saying you're meant to put anything that's not meant to go to a river down your kitchen sink, or down the gully in the back of your house, or the toilet, or something that's next to your house, usually within the parameters of a private property, is routed to go to foul drains, which go to which go to pumping stations and filtration systems, which then clean it to a certain extent. Not amazing, to a certain extent, because they're only built to clean what they assume that's going to be within the water. They're not, which is just foul waste, sludge, certain chemicals, low-level chemicals that go through farming, like pesticides and stuff like that. It's not built to deal with estrogen from the pill. It's not built to deal with thinners from cleaning cars. It's not built to deal with petrol going down there. It's not built to deal with AdBlue going down there.
What's AdBlue?
AdBlue is what they put inside vans to be able to help with the pollution coming out of the back of the vans and stuff.
What about
like that.
bleach?
None of that could be going down. Well, really and truly, it doesn't really do too much to it. But yeah, I just wanted to tell that to a lot of people, because people it's becoming a thing in the public eye that Thames Water are getting taken to court for this, that, the other, and this, that.
Big problems, right?
Big problems. But we are causing it, and we will continue to cause it if we're uneducated about where certain things go. It doesn't matter what Thames Water go and do and clean things, because at the end of the day, if we're just going to go and pour the contents of fat straight down in a drain on the street, or wash my car right next to a drain on the street, we're the problem. So just wanted to end on that.
You're not taking this seriously.